Mabuhay. Good day. Kamusta? How are you? Bonjour. Comment ça va? Hola. ¿Cómo estás? Eh, I just think it's funny that he tries to keep on speaking other languages. And in this, I watched a new video today that's very disturbing. Very, very disturbing today. It's about that dictator in Australia that tries to create drama from his little home in Australia to the Philippines. All because he got blocked from somebody that he thought he was a mentor to. Now, this guy needs to change everything. He's trying to create new drama on this new video. And again, another person that he doesn't know personally thinks he knows them, but he doesn't. Because we only see snippets of this guy on another channel. A channel that GD hates with a passion. Oh my God. I don't know how you can totally hate somebody so much for nothing. Like, it would be me, like, I don't know, seeing Gary Charles online and just hating him so much that I just speak vile about him. I don't even know the guy. I just think he's funny. And he's fun to troll because he gets so mad. But that's my award, and I love to be the best troll on the internet. So I was called. Anyways, by the same GD. So Jeffy, you made a video, and I'm going to make one on you. Fair use video of a foreigner telling the truth in the Philippines, even though he's in Australia and he doesn't know much about the Philippines unless he Googles it. And again, he didn't use his Google because he's not proper up there. He doesn't know this stuff. So here we go, the start of his video, and trying to create more drama for his channel.
On behalf of somebody less fortunate than myself.
Less fortunate.
And that is
a dying man, and he's less fortunate.
The German man, Alfred, as depicted in other videos on the other channel. Now, this man has been used, abused, and treated like dirt for AdSense money and for whatever either Boss Hog or Terrence can get out of him.
Okay, stop there. First of all, if Alfred, he's talking about Alfred, who is a German retiree living in Bohol. He used to live in Thailand. He got into, I don't know, disagreement or something, or I'm not too sure exactly what happened there. You'd have to go watch the videos and way back years ago to find out. I'm not trying to create that kind of drama. So, used and abused for AdSense and monetary gain. He keeps saying that. He's got a YouTube channel, and he keeps saying people aren't making money on this thing. Wow, I wish I could. That's why I started a channel. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Oh yeah, back to the statement here. So, used and abused Alfred. Now, Alfred came to Bohol because he was a subscriber of Terry and Beth's channel. He's seen the good they were doing and figured they were good people. He's seen the area and he thought it was nice. And maybe he's seen one of the ladies that was on the videos and thought he would like to meet her. I don't know what happened there, but that's their privacy. And it's all on the video, so you can go watch and learn. Now, Alfred knew at the beginning he would be on video. he agreed to that. At times, he has not agreed to it, and Terence has said he will honor Alfred's wishes not to go on live video or on video. And many times you see him talking to Alfred, and Alfred is not on the video, but you can hear him talk. He's just not on it. Now, when Alfred came to the Philippines, he stayed, I think, one night in their guest house. And then he was like, no, I don't want to be a burden. This is the type of man Alfred is. I don't want to be a burden. I'm going to go to town, closest town, and rent a room for a couple of weeks, whatever. I'm not too sure how long they stayed there. Like I said, I really did not pay a lot of attention to Alfred. I have a hard time understanding his German English, so it makes it hard. I'm not rewinding just to hear what he says. And that's just me. I just not interested in that. I'm interested in Terence and Beth because they do a lot of great community work. Now, Brian, unless he's been at Terence and Beth's at the beginning, long years ago, and Alfred was there too, then maybe he was in one of Brian's videos. But I don't ever remember Alfred being in Brian's videos. So unless they were at a party or a get-together, then he might have had him in there. But I never hear him talking about Alfred very much. He's got his own life to do. So again, another lie in Australia by this man, GD. He keeps on lying. And that's why I want to expose him for being such a liar. His greatest thing that he learned how to do, because he's not tech friendly, is how to use Google. You just type in the word that you want to search and hit that search button. That's basically how he described it one time, because he was looking something up and he even said, you got to type it in. And he went through the letters. That was pretty hilarious. This guy is hilarious, but he's just annoying. So anyways, Alfred has been a friend of Terence's for quite a while. He's stayed there for a while. He's bought a place there and I think it had a house on it already because he didn't want to do the building thing. So he bought just a small lot, has a garden and that nice little simple life. So here we go again.
They have blatantly, without any conscience whatsoever, made video after video after video of this man's plight, and have, as supposed amigos, friends and allies, run him into the ground.
Okay, so as supposed amigos, friends, whatever. Again, he tries to use words that he knows that are not English to make him look smart, but he's not smart. He's actually not smart at all. So let's go through what he said. He's worn him down. Alfred, I think, is in his 80s. He's a tall man. I think he's got to be like 6'6" or taller, because Terence is over 6 feet and he's taller than Terence. It's pretty funny seeing them together because they're tall, skinny men. And it's just, in the Philippines, it's kind of funny because most Filipinos, Pinoys and that, are shorter than 5'5", 5'6". So having these two giants walking around, it's pretty interesting. I would love to see it one day. Maybe next year when I retire there. But they're not running into the ground. They're friends. They've been friends for a while. They used to chat back and forth, email back and forth, for years before Alfred came to the Philippines. He's in better health than JD, who is 63, and he looks like crap. And Alfred is like 20 years older than him and looks great, gets around great, still drives around, still does a lot of things. He looks after his garden. GD just sits in his house all day, whining and crying, trying to create more drama. Meaning
And
drama.
I now accuse
Drama wins on
Terrence
YouTube.
Terrence Flannery, whatever his name is, of abusing this
And
man.
yes, this is a video in a video.
Profit.
I love
Videos
that.
from YouTube, and is now using him again for the same thing. But not only using him, I now accuse that man of abusing the German national we all know on that channel as Alfred, and putting him in a position where his entire living is in a real precarious situation.
So here's the precarious situation. This is hilarious. It's not really funny, but the way he does it, it's hilarious. He's trying to create drama. How can you create drama by, oh, he's being used and abused, and oh, he's such a treacherous. So during COVID, what happened to a lot of these people on visitor visas could not leave the country. Airplanes shut down in last March, and very few came and left. Basically lockdown. He's in Bohol. He could go maybe to Mactan and fly out there, but where is he going to go to? I don't think he has anything back in Germany. I don't know. I've never heard him talk too much about Germany. I think he likes the Asia life. He likes it nice and simple, and it's way cheaper than living in Germany. So I don't think he wants to go back there. So during COVID, these people on visitor visas could not renew their visas. After your first 30 days, I think the law is now, after the first 30 days, you have to go and renew, or before 30 days, you have to go and renew your visa. You go to immigration, you say, I'm still here, I need to renew it. They give you papers to fill out. If you have a wife, she's got to sponsor them. If not, then whatever. You have to have somebody kind of confirming that you're living there. So you could not do that. And then after the first 30 days, every 2 months, you got to renew it again. And when you arrive, you can renew for 3 months. So you're there for 3 months before you got to renew again. But every 2 months, you have to renew it. It costs like 4,000 pesos, depending on the immigration office and depending on the date that you're going there or whatever, because it goes by your date. So if you go a week before your 90 days or whatever is up, your visa is expired, it will start 60 days from that date that you renew, not from when you were supposed to end that visa. When I did it, I always went a couple of days before my visa was expired, and I always made sure I had time just in case the office was closed or busy, and I could just stay in a hotel and come back the next day. They knew I was there. You had to get photocopies and your passport and stuff like that. So Alfred was not able to do that. So he's behind on his visa. Because of the COVID, I'm quite sure immigration is relaxing on that. They understand. A lot of the offices were closed because of COVID. They could not go to work. They could not open because you had to be 6 feet from each other, masked up, face mask, and a shield. Nobody wants to work in that. So I don't know. I wasn't there, so I don't know if that's what's happening. But you could not travel. Especially anybody over 60 was not allowed to travel outside of their area or house. That is the truth during COVID. Children under 18 and adults over 60 were in lockdown. Total lockdown. You could not go get groceries. You could not. Now, Alfred had somebody with him at the time, so that was not really a problem for him. And he did have friends there. He's a very nice gentleman. Very nice. GD doesn't know that because he doesn't know the guy. He's never met him in person or anything like that. So now he's stuck. So he could owe 10 months. He could owe a year. So what the visa immigration will do is they will figure out when your visa expired to today's date, and you will have to pay that money, those fees. So if it's 10 months, he owes 40,000 pesos. If it's 12 months, 48,000 pesos. That's the way it is. He should have been saving that money because he wasn't paying it out. And Alfred's pretty frugal, and he doesn't really, he has a simple lifestyle. It's really nice. That's why I love the Philippines, is because it's a very simple lifestyle out in the countryside. So he has to go through that. Now he's worried because he's never had to deal with this. Like, oh my God, like I got to renew my visa. And so now he has to get help because Beth will be able to help him. Beth will be able to speak Tagalog to the immigration office, and figure out what's going on. So they're not abusing him. And now he's asking their help, so he's on video with them. And it's mostly on other people too. So who knows? Mostly on the immigration officer, which is surprising because usually they don't like to be filmed.
So I now have information from different people around the world.
Around the world, people. He has information from around the
world.
Been in
contact with the German embassy.
Contact with the German embassy in Manila. Oh my God.
Anybody, and I implore anybody out there has a contact for this German man on the videos, Alfred, the German gentleman. Mein Herr German, mein Herr Deutschlander.
See,
Alfred,
now he's making a fool of himself trying to speak German.
I might be making a fool of myself.
Yes, he even admits it. That's hilarious, because usually he doesn't admit that stuff, because he's a fool all the time. So we're just going to go ahead here on this video, because he keeps on trying to speak Dutch, telefono, which is Spanish. It's not German. And so he speaks about this. And he wants information. Like, he's not a friend of Alfred's. He has no way to contact him. If you are a friend of Alfred's, you have his contact. You have his email. If he has a phone, you can have his phone number. He has nothing. Because why? Because Alfred does not know this person. He's just trying to create drama. Now here we go again.
I want to help Alfred get in contact with his embassy to make sure that his visa is fine, that his continued stay in the Philippines is fine, and that everything's above board.
So there he goes. He does not know Alfred. He's seen the video of them at the immigration office, or them talking to Terrence about his problem with his visa. So if he was up to date and he was a real friend of Alfred's looking out for him, he would know that Alfred, about a month or so ago, went to Manila to, wait for it, the German embassy. Why? Because he had to renew his passport, because that too had also come close to expiry. So he did travel. There was an exemption. He got all his exemption papers. He went to Manila, to the German embassy, applied for a new visa or new passport, got his new passport, and he had a local lady from Bohol who is married go with him to help him navigate around Manila. If Filipinos in Manila had seen Alfred by himself, he would have been fleeced so easily. Taxis would have triple charged him. Other places would have charged him higher for places to stay. He's a very frugal man. He did not stay in like a 5-star hotel. He stayed in a nice little hotel, and Marjorie stayed in another room. No hanky-panky anything. She's happily married. But guaranteed in the future, this guy will try will look back on it and try to make more drama on that. So he's already been to the German embassy in Manila. He got his passport, and now he had to get that done first before he goes to immigration to get his visa renewed. And that's why he went to Terrence, because he doesn't want to drive that far to the immigration office. It isn't close. I think it's in Tagbilaran. Sorry, I may butcher that word, that city. But I think that's the only place that they have an immigration office, in the Bohol. So that's what the videos are. They're short videos because it's easier to upload. And I think they're like 4 or 5 minutes maybe. And it's just their conversation with immigration on how to solve his problem of getting his visa renewed. Now he'll have to pay the old stuff, what he did not pay over COVID, and then he will have to pay another 2 months, or I'm not too sure if he can extend it to 6 months. Sometimes the immigration office will allow you to pay more, up to 6 months, if you're staying there and you show that you have the money to survive on your own there. So I'm quite sure Alfred is okay with that. Like, again, he has a private life. He likes to keep his life private. And it's sometimes he's on YouTube, so you don't want people to see if you have money or not. Like, there are bad people everywhere in the world. And if they know you have money, it's not a good thing. So I think that's very good. So this is the problem. And this guy wants to make drama out of a problem that he cannot do anything about. He cannot contact Alfred. Alfred doesn't know who he is. And that's pretty much it. Terrence and Beth are helping him. They went to the office, and I think they solved it already. And now they went back, and he went to go look at some of the houses that Terrence and Beth built with their charity. That's in the newer videos. And it's funny. So the other reason that Alfred's been there so long on a visitor visa is because he didn't want to do the spouse visa route, like some others have done, myself included. I haven't applied for it yet because I haven't retired yet. So when I get there, that's what I'll probably apply for. I'm not too sure yet. I might just go do some stuff and then travel around Asia, because it's very cheap to travel there. So here's this guy trying to create more drama for his channel with a person that he doesn't know and that doesn't know him. He wants to get a hold of the German embassy on his behalf when he's already been to the German embassy. The embassy will not help you with your visitor visa. You have to deal with immigration office. The lady there seemed very nice. She even allowed filming her, which is very unusual for government officials in the Philippines to allow you to be on their video channel. But, as I've commented before on other people, a lot of people know Terrence and Beth on their channel. Now, they have built up their channel. He like I said, he hates Terrence. Terrence came there with just a small pension, and him and Beth, and they got married, and they built up their channel. They are sitting at either 239,000 or 240,000 now. I'm not too sure which it is. I haven't checked lately. But they built up their channel. When Brian came on the scene, who he hates also, I think they were at like 40 or 50,000 subscribers, if that. And now they've worked hard. And anybody that creates a channel on YouTube understands how hard the work is. I don't edit. I'm kind of tech naive also. So I'm just doing a recording and just go at it. And sometimes I got to do two or three takes and delete and go that way. So anyways, let's listen to more about this goof.
I have been completely told.
Now he's sick, so he's like trying to get the sympathy from everybody. And, oh, I'm not feeling good. And, oh,
Sorry, folks.
Sorry, folks. haven't been feeling good. But I gotta make this video because I gotta create more drama.
I'm not up to this at the moment.
So then why are you making a video, you dumbass?
Trust me.
Trust me.
This man needs your help.
This man
I'm
needs your
trying
help.
to give it.
He needs your
He needs
help.
your
He doesn't
help.
need your help. He's
He's
already
screwed.
gone to the immigration and they've solved the problem.
And treated like rubbish by these people. Employ anybody that can help Alfred.
He's already been helped
German embassy
by his
in
friends,
Manila.
Terrence and Beth. He doesn't need to go to the embassy in Manila.
Alfred, to get him out of the situation he's in. He doesn't deserve what's happening to him.
Nothing's happening to him. He's getting his problem solved. Beth and Terrence took him to immigration. They've talked it over. Immigration will decide what to do if they haven't already. I haven't watched it, so maybe it's already solved. And all he has to do is pay the fees that he owes from the last, whenever he didn't stop renewing it, and he might have to pay a penalty. They may waive the penalty because he is older person, retired, and because of COVID. It's hard to say. I don't know. I'm not there. So this guy here is making a video and he's trying to make more drama, and this is how he is. He complains that people are calling him names, but when he's drunk, he's not drunk now. This is a rare time that he's not drunk, but he is very sick. He hasn't made videos for like 2 or 3 weeks, 2 or 3 days. So, but now he has to implore you to help poor Alfred, who's already been helped. Dude, maybe you should be worried about your own health. Alfred is 20 years older than you, and he could run circles around you. And I mean run circles around you. And Alfred, I don't know if he can run, but he probably could. He's fine. He's healthy. He's of sane mind. You are not. He is able to get around. He just needs help with German to English, because remember, he was in Thailand, so he probably learned some more Thai than he did English. So we'll see what happens, but I'm quite sure it's solved. But this is just sad. A very sad man telling more lies in Australia. That's what my channel is about. This guy telling lies, making drama, and being a fraud and a scammer. How can he be a scammer? Because he's getting sympathy from people where he has nobody in his life. Nobody. He does not leave his house. He has in behind, if you watch the video, behind him with that curtain is his bed. In front of him is his computer desk. Now his wife just got him a new computer, new monitor, and new headphones for Christmas in June. And he's atheist. How can you celebrate Christmas when you're an atheist? Oh, I get it. Like an old guy that I used to watch. Well, I still want to be able to have presents. So anyways, that's it for today. Fair views of a foreigner telling the truth in the Philippines, and he's not telling you the truth. And the problem is that he gets people that believe him and his lies to go around and harass them. Now, Terrence is smart because he shut off his comments a long time ago, and he leaves them off. So people like this, people that follow this guy, cannot troll and comment and leave their nasty, nasty messages and comments on the videos. So I'm going to go because King Kong just put up a new video and I'm going to go watch it. Hope you do the same.